Omni Interactions is the self-proclaimed pioneers in working from home, claiming to help you find the perfect remote customer service and technical support positions. Today, I'm going to be doing an objective overview of Omni, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to share with you some serious tea about what it's really like to work with Omni. Hey guys, welcome back to Work From Home Wonderland. My name is Amy. Today we are going to be talking about Omni Interactions and their customer service and technical support work from home jobs. I'm going to be giving you a review of some of the positive aspects that I feel you can gain as someone working with Omni to find a remote work from home job, as well as some of the drawbacks and serious cons. I want to first just jump in by saying I am not affiliated with Omni. I am just a certified director of human resources with over 10 years of experience in talent acquisition and HR. And I love helping people find the perfect remote work from home job in their free time. This is not sponsored. I am not affiliated with Omni. This is not paid. This is based off of my own research and accounts from others. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you information that I found either on Omni's website or throughout the internet in places such as Glassdoor, Indeed, as well as statements from folks who have actually worked with Omni in the past. So for example, I'm going to be highlighting some information from Becky Howell, from Kay, from Cam Martin. All of those folks are YouTube creators who've shared their experiences. I'm going to include their information down below, so go check out their video statements as well. But before we hop into today's video, I have two questions. First, what type of work from home job are you looking for? Put it down below in the comments, and who knows, I may highlight that type of position on one of my next videos. My second question, I am wondering who has been applying and applying and applying and applying for work from home job after work from home job, and they're just not hearing anything back, or they're getting rejection letters. If you're nodding your head yes, chances are your resume is not optimized for the remote job search. That's where I come in. If you're ready to take the headache out of your remote job search, you want to check out the remote resume audit linked down below. The work from home resume audit is a customized video-based audit where I'm going to use my 10 years of human resources and recruitment expertise to outline exactly what you need to do to optimize your resume. What's going to happen is you're going to place your order, you're going to fill out a quick form telling me a little bit more about you and the type of position that you're looking for. You're going to upload your resume, and then within 3 days, yes, 3 days, you're gonna get a private video from me where I'm gonna have your resume up on this side, I'm gonna have my face over here, and we're gonna go line by line by line by line. And I'm gonna share with you exactly how to optimize it to stand out in the volatile remote workforce right now, because it's crazy out there. The number of remote jobs is down significantly while the number of remote job seekers is up significantly. The work from home resume audit is currently 50% off for my friends on YouTube, so go check that out. It is a limited time offer. The link will be down below. Now, into the video. We are going to talk all about Omni today. So first question, what is Omni Interactions? So Omni Interactions, like I said before, is the self-proclaimed pioneers in the work from home model. I'm not sure I agree with that statement. But essentially it's a business that provides customer service related services to their clients. Now, Omni describes this as a B2B2B type of business because if you think about it, most companies, like if you think about, we'll use a cell phone company, for example, they have a call center of employees that they directly hire that work for that organization. Well, in this labor market, it's really hard to find good employees. So what Omni does is they partner with companies like the cell phone company in this example, and they kind of act as a liaison between customer service professionals and the company that needs customer service reps. So they don't just have customer service related positions. They have retail, insurance services, tax support, healthcare patient related type of positions. So what I'm doing is I'm really looking at this when I do this review, when I've been spending a lot of time doing my research here. I'm not looking at it just from a job seeker perspective. I'm also looking at it from the perspective of from my corporate background, from being a director in a director level position. And the concept of Omni is kind of brilliant. This is great because they are not a staffing agency, right? So if you work with Omni, you're not an employee of them. You are an independent business owner. You are an IBO. You are a 1099 contracted employee. They are basically the bridge between helping you as an independent business owner who can provide customer services to a company that's willing to pay you. Not as an employee though, as a contractor. So here's how it works. Essentially, anyone who's interested in partnering with Omni and their clients would complete an application. Now, the application process is very nicely outlined. They have YouTube videos that outline suggestions, tips, what to expect. So I appreciate their transparency within that process. I do think it is on the pro list. In terms of the application process, here's what you can expect. 1, you must be over 18, you must be a US citizen, and you must pay for a background check, and that is a $40 expense. So a lot of the customers that Omni partners with are going to be, healthcare related or tax related. I think they used to work with QuickBooks and Intuit. I don't know if they still do, but that's your taxes, your social security number, your address, all your personal information. So if you have a background, be thoughtful that this may not be something that you could qualify for based on the results of your background check. Now, after you submit your application, you're going to hear back from them and get entered into kind of their website, Omni's website, where they post open positions that are available and schedules for different clients. In terms of pay, their pay is anywhere from $14 to $20 per hour, depending on the client and depending on how many hours you work. Now, you get to choose from working a minimum of 18 hours up to a maximum of 38 hours per week. You are paid weekly, and essentially your pay is going to vary based on that client and based on your schedule. So for example, there are clients where if you work 18 to 24 hours, you're going to get paid $14 an hour. When you work 19 to 38 hours, that additional block of pay, you're going to be paid at a higher rate, like 18 or 19 or $20 an hour. So they're really incentivizing you to pick up more hours. Now, in terms of their scheduling, their schedules go up weekly, and you have to jump in there and you have to grab the schedules that are available. Some of the feedback that I got throughout watching videos from Kay and Becky Howell and Cam Martin was that for the most part, a lot of the hours get taken very quickly. In fact, one of the videos I watched said that like they would jump in, they knew the minute that schedule would go live, they'd jump into the platform ready to grab hours and they would just be gone. So there are a lot of people using this website and it is very competitive. You have to be very aggressive in getting in there as quickly as possible to grab those hours. Just because you work for Omni does not mean you're guaranteed hours. So if you're looking for something that has a consistent schedule where you know I'm going to be working every single Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., this may be hard because it's based on the client and it's based on your ability to secure those hours, which from the research I did is very challenging. Now, let's talk about the training. Here's what I found from training. One of the benefits is that your shifts can be removed or added and adjusted up to 24 hours before that shift start dates. And typically they offer hours anywhere between Monday through 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You're not going to find a whole lot of overnight hours, at least according to the research that I did, but you are going to have a lot of flexibility. So let's say you have a situation where you just want to work a few days a week while your kids are in school, or maybe you have appointments, or you have other obligations, or you are a student. So you know you need to be very thoughtful about the hours you're able to work. They do offer a lot of availability, especially with people who want to work weekends or outside of normal business hours. However, those overnight shifts are going to be limited, if at all available. All right, let's talk about training. So this was one of the most interesting things that I learned. When it comes to training, training is going to be based on the client that you are supporting as an independent business owner. So some clients could have an 8-day training program. Some clients could have a 2-week training program. It really varies. However, according to the research that I did, it appears that their training is unpaid. So if you're going to get a position that's paying $20 an hour, do not expect to get paid for the time that you are required to do training. Now, I did see that they do offer incentive pay or bonuses throughout that period. So for example, if you make it through your first 3 days, you might get a $50 bonus. If you make it through your first 10 days of training, you might get a $200 bonus. But it is not commensurate to what you'd be getting if you were actually getting paid for those hours. So keep that in mind. In terms of training, I've heard that it is pretty thorough and pretty, appeals to people's various types of learning skills. So the first day or two is going to be getting set up on their system, getting usernames and passwords, downloading applications, working very closely with their training team to make sure that you have all the proper resources and accessibility, making sure that your computer and your equipment reaches the requirements that they have, etc. After that, there's going to be self-study, there's going to be role play, there's going to be training modules, and a lot of demonstrations on how to service the client. So maybe it's how to click here, how to drop down that, how to find the answer for this. Here are commonly asked questions, and here are how to find the answers. So that's what you can expect from a training perspective based on my research. So the ultimate question, is it worth it? I'm gonna start with the pros, and then I'm gonna move to the cons, and then I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. So, is it worth it? Pros, flexibility in hours. I think that is great. That is not something that you can find easily from a whole lot of companies, where you can choose, one, the type of clients that you're helping, and two, have such flexibility in the hours that you get to work. Second, you get to get paid weekly. I think that's great. Third, they do provide training. Fourth, their application process seems to be very simple. According to the research I did, there's no interview. You don't even have to interview, you just have to fill out a thorough application, and I have heard that there are assessments, so be prepared for that. Some of them include math. I would fail. All right. Overall, I think that if you are someone who's looking to get into a work from home position, maybe a customer service role, you have limited experience, this would be a good opportunity for you to get started. All right. Overall, I think it sounds like a good opportunity to get your feet wet and to be able to build out your resume. Let's talk about the cons though, before we go, before it sounds like I'm singing their praises. Let's talk about the cons. First, the pay. $14 to $20 an hour, especially in 2024, for customer service in a call center is not as competitive as what it could be or should be. You're gonna most likely get paid more or have the opportunity to ultimately get quicker increases in pay, get promotions, things like that, if you were to work directly with the company versus being an independent business owner. It's not that competitive, and they kind of tout it as like, yeah, it's super competitive pay. And in this day and age, it's really not. Even if you're working full-time hours, which you technically you're only able to work 38, so you're not able to make overtime, you're still gonna need another job in order to survive in most places in the United States. Another one, you're not gonna be getting those full-time hours. You're gonna be getting close if you can catch the hours, but you're not gonna be able to pull in a consistent 40 hours per week. All right, also, it's a scheduling nightmare. Even if you are the most vigilant, you have your alarms on, you are ready to log in the second that you know that that position's gonna go live or those schedulings options are gonna go live, it's really hard and really competitive, especially if there's people who want like early morning hours, like that 9 to noon, as well as afternoons and evenings. Now, if you're looking for like noon to 2, I've heard based on the research and accounts from the research that I've done, that might be a little bit easier, but still even then it is challenging to be able to catch consistent hours. So if you want something that is consistent, that's gonna be a challenge for you. Those hours are not secure, meaning your income is not secure. And that is a concern, right? Also, no paid training, that's definitely a con. I think they should definitely offer paid training plus incentives if we're gonna go there. Like, I'm always an advocate for paying people for what they're worth. And in my eyes, I think that these positions are you're worth more, all right? Second, since you are not technically an employee and you are an IBO, another con would be the fact that you have to worry about your taxes. This is taxable income that you do have to claim and you do have to pay income tax on. So that's a whole other ball game that you have to prepare for, save for, etc. In addition, since you're not technically an employee of Omni or their client, you're not eligible for things like paid time off or health insurance or fringe benefits or anything like that. So I guess here's my overall thoughts on it. I think it is a good opportunity if you are in a position where you are willing to explore every and anything. And you need something to help supplement your income, you need something to help build your resume, this may be a good opportunity for you to try it. However, continue searching for something that is more consistent from a wage perspective and something that pays a little bit more competitively. I wouldn't, say like just put all your eggs in the Omni basket. Definitely keep your options open, but know that it is an opportunity out there. And if you are looking for a remote work from home job, go check out the Work From Home Job Squad. The link will be down below. It is my curated list of work from home jobs. It is updated daily. I share remote positions that I have found with you, so go check that out. It is free to join. And if you're curious about 7 employers who have tons of remote jobs available in 2024, head on over to my next video.